Hey, welcome back to DieCash Cars. So, elephant in the room, we have to talk about this 118 Candy Striper Gasser that is available for crowdfunding on Mattel Creations right now. So definitely, if you have not heard about this, go over to Mattel Creations right now and check this thing out. The first of a kind, the first time I've ever seen Hot Wheels try to attempt something like this, but a crowdfunded piece, something that's not available yet, that they're not even sure if the collectors are even willing to pick it up and buy it. But mad props to Mattel and Hot Wheels for putting on their big boy pants, putting this out there as an option for us collectors to see if we can build up enough interest to pick this up in a couple of different tiers. So the first tier, what they need from us is 10,000 people to back this 118 scale Candy Striper Gasser. And we'll go through all the neat details here in a second. But again, 10,000 people gets us in the door and we get this gorgeous 118 scale 55 belair Gasser at 13,000 backers. We also get an additional 164 replica model of the original Candy Striper Gasser, which I think honestly is the cherry on top, and I know a lot of collectors will just want that 164, not even the 118. And then there's tier 2 and tier 3, while Hot Wheels and Mattel brings out the entire dog and pony show where we get working lights and a full-blown display, the Gasser's doing a wheelie, a bunch of etc stuff that in all honesty we really don't care about. We really just want the 118 scale and definitely that 164 replica of the original Candy Striper Gasser. So in my eyes, the magic number is 13,000 backers. And then again, just to look at some of the details, which you can kind of tell from the pictures above already, but we got a die-cast body. There are real riders in 118 scale, spectraflame pink. Guys, if you caught my last video that I talked about where size does matter when it comes to die-cast cars, I talk about a 143 or larger scale Hot Wheels that will come in spectraflame paint and how that would be a money maker for Mattel. And look, I feel like they took a page right out of the DieCash Cars playbook in this execution right here. And then looking at some of the other details in this car, obviously you got that white top with the pink striping. I wonder if they will do a play on the orange stripe variation that we saw with the original pink Gasser as well too. And then obviously there's the daunted price. You're looking at $250, which I know is scaring a lot of people, but you gotta imagine that this thing being a first of a kind, I mean, it'll definitely have value moving forward. And 10,000, I mean, that is a number that nowadays, if an RLC was released at 10,000 quantity, I mean, that would be gold. That would be super rare and super limited. So I'm not sure what a lot of people are complaining about. Right now, we're at about 3,700 backers. So there's still time. I think we have till about October. So hopefully we can get that magic number of 13,000, get this 118 scale, get the matching 164 scale, and I am very confident that this is going to be a sought after piece moving forward. I mean, what's not to like? Such a legendary cast, a legendary release, the Candy Striper. I mean, I've thought about picking up this piece a number of times, and we have the opportunity to bring this to life. So again, I'm not trying to sway anybody in one direction or another, but being a true collector, guys, I think this is one piece that will definitely be sought after moving forward, hold its value, if not gain a little bit here. And who knows? I mean, what other 118s are RLC and Hot Wheels and Mattel planning? I mean, could we, fingers crossed, get an R34 RLC that's a direct replication of the blue RLC R34? I mean, could we see convention pieces in 118 scale? I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about again in my video that I released just about a month ago, talking about size does matter. It's just about the execution that Hot Wheels chooses to release it, and if it's gonna be in all dolled up, deco, liveried, all details, opening features, full-blown engine detail, I mean, if it's set up to the 9s, I will gladly pick it up in 1/18 scale, or heck, if you want to go 1/12, I would love a 1/12 scale of a sought after Hot Wheels cast. So yeah, let's just take a look at the large scale diecast collectors market right now. So we know Hot Wheels surprised us with the 143s this year, and it seems like larger scales are kind of the big ticket this year when it comes to diecast cars. That's the area that Hot Wheels is looking to dive into, given that up to this point they've really just been known for their 164s. So if you just go on to eBay right now, search sold listings, type in Hot Wheels 1/18 scale, I mean, basically you get a good array of cars. I mean, a lot of them from the 90s to the 2000s, a lot of 100% Hot Wheels. Got some Volkswagens, you got some Ferraris, and the price ranges are just all over the place. I mean, there is no established market for 1/18 scale Hot Wheels specifically. I mean, they're all in that under $100 price point, anywhere from $20 to $30, all the way up to $50 to $80. So there's no rhyme or reason when it comes to 1/18 scales. Again, it's just not a very established market. Even looking at this Hot Wheels 1/18 scale Honda Civic EM1, which was a big part of my childhood and my introduction into the automotive world, this could be purchased back in the day for $10 to $15. Secondary market right now, it's sitting in that $50 to $60 price point. There was a number of variations of this car. I mean, you can see it 1/18 scale in green and blue, number of other colors, and they all kind of range in different price points, all under $100. But again, I think this was one of the true gems within the golden age of Hot Wheels, where, I mean, if you have any interest in it at all, it's definitely worth a pickup because it looks great in your collection. So there really is nothing we can definitively say about the value of 1/18 scale Hot Wheels from the past. I mean, this is basically uncharted territory. The market nowadays is completely different. I would say that nowadays there are more 1/18 scale collectors, but it's that transition from 164 Hot Wheel collectors, dollar cars, to this 1/18 scale market where cars are a couple $100s. I mean, that's just the honest truth. But this Candy Striper 55 Belair Gasser, Spectraflame Pink, in the iconic livery, iconic cast, 1/18 scale, directly off of RLC, and at least from the 3D renderings, it looks like it's got all the right details on it. I think this is going to be different from all of the past 1/18 scales that Hot Wheels has put out. Fingers crossed, they put a lot of attention to detail. The quality should be on point. I mean, I am hoping for, you know, a little bit above what we're seeing from Maisto and Jada is kind of my hope, especially at the $250 price point. I mean, I think we're all thinking it, right, as it better be top-notch quality. And the question you guys are all probably wondering what my opinion is. Should you back it? Should you buy one? Is it something to look forward to? And again, very biased, since I am a 1/18 collector, is yes, I think this is a definite buy. I think it is something good for the hobby. Again, I always talk about never wanting to be a one-dimensional collector. Try to broaden your horizons, be a three-dimensional collector. The way you collect, how you collect, what kind of cars you collect. I mean, you got to be open to all things within the collecting space here, because you never know where your interests are going to go. It's always constantly changing and evolving, and the trends within the hobby are always going to change too. And this could be the ground floor, so you don't want to look back 10 years later and regret it. So again, I just think this is a really cool thing that Hot Wheels is doing. I mean, when it comes to innovation and something new and something fresh, I mean, this is it. But that's what I got for you guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the 1/18 scale 55 Belair Gasser Candy Striper. Did you back it? Do you think it's too expensive? Do you think this isn't where the hobby should go, or what Hot Wheels and Mattel should do? drop it in the comments below, vent your frustrations or sing your praises, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on DieCash Cars.